Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for mid-October 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini, and we are going to see what is going on for you. I'm doing something a little differently, so let me know if you like this, because I might do a big, giant version of this reading for the 2023 yearly readings, which I will be doing kind of soonish. And I say soonish because I probably really won't post them until December. I don't like to post the yearly readings too early because then people forget about them. But it might be like end of November, December, somewhere around there. But this will give you a little bit of a taste of what we're gonna do. So in your first row, we're going to use the Before Tarot, and we're gonna look at your past in this first position here. In the next row, we're going to use just the regular old tarot, and we're going to look at your current general energies in this position right here. Then we are going to use the, this is called the In-Between Tarot. So we're going to look at your in-between, the present and the future, and we're going to do that right here in this position here with the In-Between Tarot. And I'm loving this In-Between Tarot. And then at the end, we're going to look at the future with the After Tarot. So we're going to see what is coming in for you in the near future in this last row here. On top of that, we are going to clarify everything with just the tiny little tarot as well. By the way, this deck here is the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, for those of you wondering. But in your first position for the past, you have this Mysteries card. Or what is it? Secrets and Inheritance. So for some of you, there could be some mysteries, though, I feel, kind of in your life. For some of you, I feel like this is like what to do. You're not the only sign that has had kind of these kind of curiosities, let's put it that way, as far as what direction to take your life. I'm wondering if it's like the Mars retrograde partially. Mars is retrograde in your sign, right? So you might just not be sure where to invest your energy. You might be feeling a little bit low energy as well, so I definitely take care of your health, right? With this energy, I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice, but I would take care of yourself in this first position. But I kind of feel like some of you have maybe inherited some mysteries, which is interesting. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I really feel like you need to set yourself free. The Queen of Pentacles, I guess my camera died. Sorry about that. I was like scrolling on TikTok for an hour and I forgot to change my batteries. But again, I feel like some of you need to set yourself free here with the Eight of Swords. I don't remember what I was saying, but I feel that this is kind of like you have been put in a self-imposed kind of prison in the past. This is probably one of my favorite Eight of Swords, actually, this one, because the story of the Eight of Swords is that she was put there by someone, by the Eight of Swords. But, what she doesn't realize is that after the Eight of Swords, like in a present position, just the regular old Eight of Swords, there's no one around her. It kind of represents the fact that her belief that, people are watching her or something could be holding her back. And I definitely feel that for you here with the Eight of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles as well. And again, I feel like this is saying that you have all the necessary resources to be very successful at this time. So I feel like you need to tap into your kind of like all your resources, not just financial, but also you can even see on this card, there's a snake holding that pentacle. So I'm wondering if some of you, I'm kind of getting two things here. Number one, I feel like it's saying like you might actually have money, but maybe you need it. And also maybe money isn't the answer to a problem that you have. Or I feel it could be like, so I feel like it could be saying like maybe you need to negotiate something. I definitely feel that energy. Like if you're making a purchase, I actually feel like there's maybe a little bit more wiggle room than you think. So I would be a little bit more aggressive, like especially if you're getting a job. Maybe you should ask for more than what you are going to ask for, right? Because I think if you ask for more than what you think you're going to ask for, you'll actually get what you're going to ask for. So I hope that makes sense. I also think if you're like buying something expensive like a car or something like that, there's more wiggle room. I also feel like some of you could have some fears here because snakes represent fears. But I actually feel like there's nothing to be afraid of. Some of you, I'm wondering if there's a bigger opportunity coming in for you than you realize. It kind of gives me the vibes of like maybe you do contract work. Maybe there's a big contract coming in, but you're kind of afraid of it. I feel like this is saying no. You need to leave a comfort zone. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past. I feel like you need to leave a comfort zone and go for it because I actually feel like you're going to be like very successful. But Four of Pentacles to me can be like a comfort zone. So let's see what is going on here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Cups, Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. Could be love, but it doesn't have to be. Again, this could be a really good offer. Like for a lot of you, it feels like a financial offer to me. But maybe you're a little bit nervous because maybe it's like bigger or more than what you normally would ask for. I feel like this is saying you need to definitely go for it. There is love here. You have the Knight of Cups twice now, so it could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands says when you know that you're going to be successful, you will be successful. So Seven of Wands is a card of deep-held belief. It's like a card of believing something on a very deep level, and it's a card of conviction. And I feel like the more you believe that something is for you, the more likely it is for you. With the Eight of Swords, you have two cards, actually. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. I feel like this is saying you need to take a risk towards a big opportunity. Here's the thing. I know what this reading is. To me, it's like saying you need to take a big risk here. And we're not talking about a risk that's going to put you in danger. We're talking about kind of like a big calculated risk. Maybe someone comes in with a contract that's much bigger than what you're used to. And maybe it's a lot more work. And maybe it's going to kind of force you to stretch. But that's exactly what I do. I always say it's like, think about it. If you want to grow your muscles and you're going to the gym and you keep lifting the same amount of weight, your muscles aren't going to grow, right? So I feel this here, especially this first position, is your muscles growing. This could be in any area of your life. You could be maybe going on a date with a person you think is too good for you, right? Which I don't think that's true for anything, but maybe you're starting a business and again, maybe there are a couple extra zeros on the end of everything you have to do, right? But again, I feel like you're learning to stretch. You're learning to grow. Next, you have this Inspiration card and this Escape card. Both cards, you have Mercury in Pisces and Mars in Pisces as well. So both cards kind of represent Piscean energy. It's funny because if you have Pisces in your chart, I would definitely go watch that Pisces reading. It was all about being an inspiration, or it was all about Pisces needing to be inspirational to be successful. So again, I literally feel that being inspirational or doing things, that could inspire other people are going to be very important for you. Like I would be as inspirational as possible at this time. But I feel, again, stretching, doing something hard is what you need to do. I feel like that Escape card is saying don't run away from big opportunities that come your way at this time. You have the Devil, the Knight of Swords, and the World. I feel like you're setting yourself free, really. You have, again, the Eight of Swords. You have the Devil here. The Devil is about needing to set yourself free from, like, energy vampires. So there could be some things that you feel are holding you back in your life. And I feel you need to move towards those things with the Devil energy because, again, I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. But I would avoid, like, any toxic things in your life, just in general. Could be people, could be places and things. I do feel for some of you, there could be a Capricorn or someone with a lot of Capricorn coming in for you. You have the Knight of Swords here. I wouldn't rush anything at this time. Again, Mars retrograde, I would be super careful of like get-rich-quick schemes or anything like that. Plus, we have Uranus and Taurus. I keep telling people, Knight of Swords is my card of either kind of sometimes, I don't think it's always true, but sometimes I think it says, it can represent being pushed into something, or it can represent like a get-rich-quick thing. And I always say, the Knight of Swords says no get-rich-quick because, and again, with Uranus and Taurus wants us to build things that maybe take time but can last a lifetime. And, that's what I would focus on here. Things that last a lifetime, not something that's like a fly-by-night opportunity. You have the World here, definitely completing a cycle. I feel like there's a lot of success, like I said, coming in for you in general with this World energy. So let's see. With the Devil, you have the Ten of Wands. Again, Ten of Wands is kind of like releasing a burden. So I feel like you are releasing a burden at this time with the Ten of Wands. It could be the Devil energy. The Devil could be like a person. I feel like this is what you're releasing. And I feel like you're clearly moving towards more happiness. This right here is the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups, which is like a lot of happiness, joy, fortune after difficulty. And, that's like one of the things that really stands out to me about the Ten of Cups is it's basically fortune after difficulty. So I feel like you're about to become very fortunate. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. I would be careful of past people. This could be a person coming in who has regrets. I don't know. This happens a lot. We just had Mercury retrograde. I see this happen all the time, right? I get comments about it all the time about people where it's like, even after the retrograde, it's like if someone left you during the retrograde, there's a good chance that they could come back after the retrograde because it's like they pull their head out of their ass, right? It's like during the retrograde, maybe they have some crazy ideas about their own past, right? So they leave you. And then after the retrograde, they're like, oh my God, what did I do, right? Well, it's like, oh, well, dummy, you made a mistake. So, I would be careful of someone having regrets. It's like they made up their mind, and then, that's that. With the world, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles coming up a lot. You're clearly working on increasing your resources, or you are increasing your resources, plain and simple. And sorry, I have to get this back up or else I'm going to lose track of time here. So there we go. So I would pay attention to your resources. Again, Capricorn, quite a bit coming up in your reading. So for some of you, I feel like there could be like a Capricorn or someone with a lot of Capricorn in their chart coming in for you. Next, you have this Riches card and this Lust card. Kind of interesting. You could be attracting a person who's very successful. You do have the Emperor to the Hierophant here. I'll show you that in just a minute. But you could be attracting someone who's very successful, very hardworking. I also feel like you could be attracting your own riches here. I would be careful of this Lust energy. I kind of go back and forth on this card. Sometimes I think it's a good card. Sometimes I think it's a bad card. I do feel it's saying Knight of Swords, like take your time, especially if you're meeting a new person. Because sometimes I think we can get into a connection and it can just basically be, lust that we are connecting to. Maybe they're just so damn sexy, right? That we can't help ourselves. So I would kind of like take your time, don't allow your volcano to blow over here, right? And, that's what I would do here. But I feel like you could be attracting a lot of abundance. We see that here. You have the Nine of Cups. Again, this is the in-between tarot. Represents in-between two card energies. So you have the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups, the Emperor to the Hierophant, and the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords here. I do feel that some of you are getting over a heartbreak. It's like maybe someone couldn't make a decision, and so that led to a heartbreak. I really feel it's not really worth mentioning because I kind of feel like you're choosing to focus on yourself here with the Ten of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles right here. I kind of feel like you're focusing on like work and right here, it kind of looks like the Three of Pentacles, this part right here. So I feel like you're focusing on finding a person who can work on a team with you. You have this is the Emperor to the Hierophant, the in between the two energies. So I feel, again, for a lot of you, you could be ascending. You could be more moving towards that Hierophant energy and becoming more wise, more spiritual. Definitely feel that. I feel for others that you're kind of just allowing the universe to take control here. It's like you're ready to take action. The Emperor, I don't even think, it's kind of funny because this isn't popping into my head as an in-between energy. It's popping into my head as both energies. I feel like you're kind of ready to take action like the Emperor, but I also feel like you're just allowing the universe to take control like the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. And so if something happened in a relationship, I feel like you're saying, it's like you're just giving it up to God, right? Which is great. I think that's a good thing to be doing here. And I do think it's going to make your life easier because you have the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. Nine of Cups is all about bathing and soaking in an energy, and the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, but it's almost as if you're just soaking in the energy of what you want. Maybe it's abundance with that Riches card. Maybe it's love. And I always say with the Nine of Cups, we have to soak in an energy before we can have it. So we have to have love before we can have love. And people always say, how is that possible? I'm always like, well, go love a dog. Go love a cat. Go do something you love. I think, too many people sit at home on the couch and watch Netflix. I'm like, go find a hobby. It's like when you're doing a hobby, you're getting out of your head and you're doing something you love. So find a hobby that you love, right? Then you're going to attract love and you're going to become a more interesting person, right? With the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. I feel like you need to focus on what you want. I feel like you had a mixed bag recently. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head. I feel like some of you, it's just like not bad, not good, but I feel like maybe life has been a little bit of a mixed bag. You've been having multiple different kinds of experiences. I don't know why this is important, but we'll look into it. With the Emperor and the Hierophant, you have the Three of Swords. For some of you, definitely dealing with separation. I feel like maybe you're moving towards the Hierophant, which would be moving towards marriage. So if you left behind an Emperor, some of you literally could have left an Aries, or you are leaving an Aries, and this person could have been toxic. You have the Devil here. It's like you're moving towards the Hierophant, like true love. With the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords, you have the High Priestess. I feel like you trust your intuition. Maybe intuitively know that you have to leave a situation. Maybe you already have. Take how it resonates. For others, something has a lot of potential. By the way, you have another divine pair here, the Hierophant and the High Priestess. With the High Priestess, Two of Swords and Three of Swords. I wanted to clarify it. You have the Knight of Swords. No hasty decisions at this time. I'm wondering if someone made a hasty decision already. Could have been you or a person. Like someone could have run away from you or whatever. I feel like this could have caused some restlessness. Let's see here. Next, you have seduction and restlessness right here. So I wouldn't be restless at this time. I would channel your restless energy into something. Like a project, a business, Eight of Pentacles, something that you can do, that you can do every single day. So maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to get a hobby. Like I said, I don't know, whatever you can channel your energy into, that's what I would be doing with the Eight of Pentacles. I would be finding something that I can give all my time, effort, and energy to, and that's what I'd focus on here. I do feel like some of you are restless. I feel like this is going to change right here when Jupiter retrogrades back into Pisces, which will be soon. And so towards the end of the month, Jupiter will officially move back into Pisces, and it will be there until the end of November. Then it's going to start moving forward into Aries, but it'll be in Pisces until the end of December. So, I feel for a lot of you soon, there's something coming in for you. Could be attracting a person who is very seductive as well. You have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. The other thing is, if you're meeting a new person, this might be a person where you really want to spend a lot of time with them. Maybe they're very seductive, right? Maybe they're very attractive. And I feel this Eight of Pentacles is saying, find something to do with your time so that you're not always thinking about running your hands all over their body, right? Maybe you need to, maybe that's what you need to do here with the Eight of Pentacles is, like I said, find a hobby. You have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you. So if you're looking for love. For others, this could represent working on your dreams. The Knight of Cups, normally he's looking into that cup and he's imagining like a dream, wish, or goal, something that he wants to accomplish. So I feel for a lot of you, you need to kind of think about the things you want to accomplish, or maybe it's like one big dream, and the Eight of Pentacles says put your work into that. You have the King of Cups. He kind of looks disappointed. I do feel you could be dealing with a person who is or has been disappointed in love in the recent past. Could also be you. But I still feel, I don't know, he's like sitting in choppy waters, but he's dumping his water out, but he could easily reach down and fill that cup back up. So, I feel for some of you, it's like you could be meeting a person who's recently been hurt, but I feel like they have a lot of love to give. So that would be nice. For others, there's like some sort of adventure you need to go on. I don't know. That's what I'm getting there. With the King of Cups, here you go. Eight of Wands. Quick success with this. If it's a person, I feel this could be communication coming in for you as well. It's like what you asked for, Gemini. I mean, the Eight of Wands was traditionally the arrows of love. Traditionally, you would ask for something and it would come in. For others, I get something about travel here. Let's just get asked for another card on that. Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Some of you, this literally could just be a move. I keep getting something about moving or traveling or an adventure on that King of Cups. He has a boat behind him, and again, it can represent that. But the Ace of Wands, like out with the old, in with the new. A lot of people have been getting the Ace of Wands as well. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Hierophant. Again, right next to the Hierophant, basically. So I feel for a lot of you could be meeting a person you'll marry. Something's being divinely guided into your life. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Moon card. Yeah, I feel like you're working without knowing the future. And, I don't know. I think that's life in general, but I also think Neptune and Pisces makes it a lot worse, right? Neptune and Pisces, the way I see it, is that it like removes those markers. Like sometimes I think we can work on a project, and before Neptune and Pisces, it's like we kind of know that things are going to work because maybe there are certain milestones that we meet, or maybe we just intuitively feel it. With Neptune and Pisces, I almost feel like it removes the clues that we're moving in the right direction. We have to trust ourselves just like a little bit more. And, that's the moon. The moon, there are some mountains in the background of the moon, and they represent achievements, but it's like you have to, walk through darkness to get there. And that's the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in without knowing if you're going to get a result, but that's life. And for some of you, this could be in love. Like maybe you're investing in a person, right? And you're like, I don't know if this person's going to marry me or give me what I want, right? But we kind of have to trust, and that's what's going on here. I'm going to pull 3 cards now here, Gemini. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause the reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, 3. We're just doing one question, actually. So pause the video, think of one question. I'm going to answer it as if I know what your question is. So again, these are the cards right here. Feel free to pause the video. For some of you, you could be thinking about the past here with the 6 of Cups, or asking about a past person. If I'm being honest, I feel like most of you are probably walking away from this person with the Eight of Cups. For some of you, I would say you could be walking towards them, but you both will have had to have changed in this situation. For others, I feel like you're just choosing your own fulfillment in general. So whatever you're asking about, I would say yes, because I feel that you're just choosing fulfillment, and it's just that simple. But pretty simple reading. I kind of like this. So thank you for being here, Gemini. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.